Hey guys, welcome to 10 and 10, the conversation starter show where we list our top 10 in 10 minutes. This week we're going to be looking at the top 10 greatest footballers in our generation. Before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Alright guys, just to clarify, we're looking at, objectively speaking, the top 10 greatest footballers. We're not looking at our favourites, we're looking at who is the best footballers from our generation. We're both in the 30s, I'm 87, he's 89, so we're looking really from the 90s onwards.
Alright buddy, I'm going to kick us off with my number 10.
What do you got?
Now, despite my colours that I'm wearing right now, I'm going to start with a Milan player, but he's probably the best Milan player of all time. Greatest captain they've ever had is Paolo Maldini.
Yeah.
Hard to argue. I mean, he's won so many trophies with them. He was there for forever. And when I think of a centre-back and a perfect captain, it's hard to go past Paolo Maldini. He was just everything you want.
It was incredible. Mate, my number 10, I've gone also a captain, also a centre-back, but I've gone the bad boy.
No,
I've gone Sergio Ramos.
He's done it, guys.
I've gone Real's great. Sergio Ramos. When you think of greatest players, you don't usually think of current players as much, and you might not even consider Sergio Ramos as one of the greatest ever. But when you go through his accomplishments,
it's
how long he's played for Real, captaining it, winning everything you can win, minus the World Cup as well. As a footballer, he is just incredible. He's also one of the most goal-scoring centre-back that we've had.
Highest goal-scoring
in football. So Sergio Ramos, mate.
It's hard to argue as much as I don't really like him, but it's hard to argue. Coming in at number 9 for me though is another Italian. Can't help it, but it's going to be Gigi Buffon. I mean, I've got my only keeper in there. I think he's the greatest keeper of all time. There's a couple like Neuer and stuff that come very close. But Buffon, just his longevity, I think it was 22 years we're talking about before he's been playing. He's still playing for Juve on the bench, I think he is now. But I mean, it's hard to argue he's not one of the greatest of all time. He's won a World Cup. He's won everything. Serie A's
longest playing. So
there you go. So
mate, for my number 9, I've gone the greatest hair in football.
The greatest hair.
The greatest hair in football.
Iron Robin?
No, mate. Just like us. No, I've gone Pirlo. I've gone Pirlo. He was a maestro. He was incredible. When you're talking about the greatest Milan player, this guy's 1B.
He's up there.
He's incredible. So Pirlo, he's won it all. He's done it all. He then went to Juve. Won it with them. Then coached Juve. Pirlo.
Well, he's had a couple of games there, but we'll see how he goes. Okay, number 8 spot for me. Now, this one was really hard to separate two players. I'm sure you're going to know who they are. We're going to give an honourable mention to Xavi, but my number 8 spot is Iniesta. He just gets the tip of the hat because I think he was just slightly that little bit better, but I also think that scoring that World Cup goals, I'm trying to say. I think he gets the spot there at number 8 for me.
Mate, my number 8, I've done it as well. I've done Iniesta. As you said, it's hard to separate both of them, but for me, Iniesta just had a little bit more quality, controlled it more, did it all, and mate, he was incredible. He was part of that Spanish golden generation. He was part of that Barcelona golden generation.
At the core of it, really.
At the core of it, mate. As you said, like, it's hard to leave out Xavi and everything he did and everything they complemented each other with. But if I had to pick one, I'm picking Iniesta.
I think so too.
He was that good.
Great haircut as well.
Great haircut.
All right, coming at number 7 for me. This one's getting tough when it gets down to the final 7 here, but I'm going to go with the Brazilian KAKA. I think he was just an incredible player. He probably didn't have the longevity of some of the other players on the list, but when he was at his prime, his Ballon d'Or winner, he was just world class, obviously. Best player in the world at the time for a year or two there. He's just silky smooth skills, just probably has one of the greatest passes of all time in Champions League final I've seen as well. Just incredible. Go look it up. Great player.
Mate, he's magic. I've got number 7. I pumped him higher than you did, but I've gone Maldini.
Maldini,
Maldini. The best back I've ever seen. He was just so good. Played left back, played in the middle. He was incredible. So
so sturdy, wasn't he?
If you could pick one back to have, that's who I'm going.
Number 1 draft pick for sure.
From the 90s onwards, obviously. So
great looking man as well.
Great looking man. Maldini.
He actually does have great hair. Okay, going number 6. We're going to stop talking about hair here. Going number 6. I've got, I think, the greatest or second greatest French player that I've seen in my generation is Thierry Henry. I mean, for people growing up in the 90s like we did, it was just, he was unstoppable for Arsenal in the 90s, early 2000s. Like, he was just unstoppable when he got the ball at his feet. Nobody's tackling, nobody's stopping those goals coming in. He's won World Cup, he's won plenty of English Premier Leagues, he went to Barcelona as well, so one of the greatest of all time.
Mate, he's my number 6 as well.
Yeah.
He's, as you said, strength, skill, speed, finishing. He had it all. He was unstoppable.
Yeah.
You know, he was central in those incredible Arsenal teams.
Yeah.
He was magic for France. He just did it all. He could finish every way.
Yeah.
He was so good.
Close to the perfect striker, really.
He was incredible. So it's hard to argue against Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
He's my number 6.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, moving forward now to the top 5. This is where it gets
hard.
business ends. It's getting pretty hard here. But my number 5 spot that I've put down for greatest footballers in our generation, or our 30 years we've been alive, is the Brazilian Ronaldinho. Okay, so shout out to Talis, his favourite player of all time there. But Ronaldinho, he was just the king of trickery in football. He just made people look stupid all the time. He couldn't help it, and he looked like he was doing it for fun. Didn't even look like he was trying half the time. So silky smooth skills. The greatest probably technical player just about I've ever seen. So
yeah, I'm magic, mate. I've gone a Brazilian also.
Yeah,
but I've gone R9.
Yeah,
I've put him at 5. His peak, arguably better than anyone I've seen. He was as a striker, he was the best. You know, at our age, if you're thinking of a striker, you're going R9. You're thinking of someone who you need to score a goal in a World Cup final, you're going R9. He was magic. His peak or lack of is why I've bumped him down to 5. But, you know, Ronaldo, the original.
That's right, yeah. And that's exactly right. All those points you brought up there, I've got Ronaldo R9 is number 4 for me. Again, when you're a kid, especially growing up in the 90s, 2000s, when you're thinking about pretending to score a goal in the World Cup, it's Ronaldo. Okay, that's who you're thinking. I mean, he was just unstoppable at his peak. He was kind of like Thierry Henry on steroids.
Yeah, he was.
He was just
the ultimate poacher.
He was the ultimate goal scorer, really. So I think he's probably the best striker of all time in his prime.
Yeah, 100%. Number 4, mate, I've gone for the Frenchman, the big Frenchman.
Yeah.
I've gone Zidane.
Yeah. Okay.
He controlled a midfield like I've probably never seen. He was dominant. He was physical. He had it all. He could hit a ball. He could swing a ball 40 yards.
Oh, for sure.
He controlled it. With the exception of a headbutt at a World Cup, which kind of ruined his reputation a little bit. He is clearly just one of the top 5 players that we've ever seen.
100%.
Zidane.
I'm going to echo that as well. My number 3 now, I'm going to go with Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy, he reminded me of a ballerina on the ball. Like the way he just flowed, and he's almost like dancing with the ball. He's just absolutely incredible. Again, he could shoot a ball. I think he scored a volley, one of the greatest goals I've ever seen.
Yeah, 100%.
He can shoot from far out. He can pass the ball. He controls the midfield like no one else I've ever seen before.
He had that strength. He had the stature.
Strong. He was just he's basically the best centre midfielder I've ever seen. I think in my lifetime for sure.
Mate, number 3. I think you've viciously bumped him down.
Yeah.
But I've gone Ronaldinho.
Okay. Yeah.
Would have been higher if he was quality for longer, but he inspired a generation of footballers to want to do skills, to want to do trickery. He had the charisma, he had the attitude, he just had that coolness to him that hasn't been echoed since.
Yeah.
And he made tricks cool in a game. He inspired the next gen, even down to Ronaldo and Messi and the things they did.
Yeah.
He just had that aura about him.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard to argue.
Ronaldinho,
These ones are so close. Coming in at number 2 spot, I'm sure you guys know what it's going to be, but I put Cristiano Ronaldo as my number 2. Now, there's a lot of haters on Ronaldo, I think, because he's a very pretty man and he's very arrogant sometimes. He's got an ego, but you cannot deny the amount of goals he's scored, the amount of amazing goals he scored, should we say. He's won almost everything there is to win other than a World Cup. It's so hard to argue. We've talked about this before. If you're building the perfect football player, especially an attacking football player, Ronaldo's it. He's the perfect height, size, strength. He's got everything.
Mate, he's my number 2 as well. He's just, as I said, he's perfect. His work ethic, second to none. He's got that hunger. For me, if you have a game and you need a goal scored, he's going to do it. He's going to tell the rest of his players to get out of the way. He's like, I got this, boys. And he's going to get it done. He's a leader. He's magic. He's got it all. Left foot, right foot, header. Yeah. He's incredible.
He can do absolutely everything. He's incredible. That brings us to the number 1 spot now. Now, I'm sure we all know who it was going to be, but this guy stands head and shoulders above the rest. Not literally, definitely figuratively in this one, but Leo Messi. I mean, You cannot deny this guy's. Whenever we talk about him,
Mate.
I just think his brain works faster than everybody else. There's something going on there. He's like an X-Men mutant or something. He just is so fast in his thinking. And just the things he's done and the amount of plays he can beat in one run is just off the charts.
As you said, mate, he sees things that no one else sees.
Yeah.
He's got feet that are out of control.
Yeah.
He's got a left foot, really, and that's about it. But everyone knows he's going left, and you can't stop him. And I think that makes him incredible.
That's when you know. If you know what he's going to do and you can't stop him.
For a dude who, he's not like Ronaldo with strength and height and skill. And jumping ability and finishing like that. But he can do it all. Yeah. He's just so magic. Chucking him above Ronaldo does not mean we're hating on Ronaldo. We love Cristiano Ronaldo. We just think if you've got a team for 80 games in a season,
Messi's the man.
You're wanting Messi. Yeah. He's just...
And I'd even go so far as to say, I mean, it's not even that big of a deal, but I'm going to say Leo Messi's best player of all time because he's playing against the best defenders of all time now, being like, the best trained defenders. They're just physical specimens, and he's still making them look like idiots all the time. So, and for so long,
he's still going.
Still going. So, Leo Messi, you got tip of the hat there, buddy. Thanks for watching the video this week, though. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment of what you think are the best 10 football players of our generation, the last 30 years or so. And also make sure you tell us who you think had the best list out of Owie and I here.
Yeah.
Obviously me, but if you think Owen, leave a comment, make him feel better. See you next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye.